मुझे लास्ट टाइम पे आपकी फोटो रखी.
You know, the trouble is that when you don't have a PowerPoint presentation, people are still thinking and looking at the earlier PowerPoint presentation. So I will just wipe it off the screen. Thank you, Dr. Parimal and other colleagues at the NITSOC. It's a pleasure to be here with Professor Sanjay Kumar and Dr. Rahul Verma this morning amongst you to talk a little more about what it means when a kind of landslide happens in a state assembly election. Not that we are not accustomed to landslides from time to time. Many states have witnessed this, and you already have a lot of reference to that data from what Rahul mentioned. For Maharashtra also, for example, this 80% what is called strike rate is somewhat rare in these days, but not unheard of. Rahul, you mentioned 1972. That was the time when Congress won 222 seats out of 270 that time. So that comes close to the BJP's performance today, and that is really the starting point with which I would like to begin. In a sense, both the presentations so far have helped us understand how this has happened. Both the presentations have told us where, for example, the advantages of the Mahayuti lay and where the disadvantages of the Mahavikas Aghadi have stumped them. It is also true that when an alliance wins or when party wins, as Rahul succinctly pointed out, everything seems to be right with that party, and when an alliance is wiped out, a party is wiped out, everything that party did seems to be wrong. So let us sort of move away from that. Both the presentations have also pointed out the strongholds of the Mahayuti. In a sense, Sanjayji's presentation has also busted the myth that only women voters have made the difference. If you look at that slide very carefully, you will find that 3 percentage points extra women voted than men for the BJP. That couldn't have resulted in this kind of a landslide. So it's in the sense what Rahul pointed out, and I will come to that later, flattening of the support from different social sections. So what I would really like to do is not to dwell upon this result for the next maybe 10 minutes or so and take you backwards, because this result needs to be situated in the politics of the state. Of course, one can argue that this was a major shift, and I would agree with that. But even when a shift occurs, we need to look at what is the extent of that shift, what was changing over time. You would recall Rahul was referring again and again to the decline of the Congress over time. So obviously this wasn't a surprise. The surprise probably was earlier when the Congress didn't do so badly in 2004 and 2009, not today. So looking at Maharashtra's politics, the state was formed in 1960. So broadly you can make two parts of this history from 60 to 95 and 95 to present. But within these two phases, there were again two sub-phases every time between 1960 to roughly 76.